LeBron, after the last game, how do you feel like this group was feeling during shoot around today and recapturing maybe some energy?
Yeah, I think we're focused on our game plan. We got a great game plan. I think we're looking forward to the challenge tonight.
LeBron, you guys dropped the last 2 away games. How do you guys not drop this game?
We got to come in with discipline, maximum effort, some energy, and some sense of urgency, obviously. It's going to be very key to our success, and if we do that, we got ourselves in position to win.
LeBron, you guys are 60 games in. Everybody's got bumps, bruises.
Yeah.
It's kind of the nature of the season.
Yeah.
How do you guys get that defensive intensity and effort back up when everything else would be working kind of against that?
Right. So, that's what we got to figure out and find out. We got to be able to, to bring that energy and effort on the defensive end because it sparks our offense. And it's fun when you get multiple stops. You're able to stop a team and then get out and do what you want to do offensively. So, that's our main goal every game, and we know we have to get better at that.
Lonzo being out, what do you guys miss most about not having him?
Well, we miss another ball handler, another playmaker, a guy that's very, very good defensively. With his ability to just steal, be able to pressure the offensive point guard, and then push the pace for us. Get into our early offense. So we miss that a lot.
How much does he help because of the size and the switching you guys have been trying to do?
That's one thing. That's one thing that's good with our team. We have a lot of guys that can play multiple positions, but our length is very, very enticing. So, with Zoe being out, that's taking a little bit of our length out and a little bit of our athleticism as well.
Last time you were here, Penny was sitting courtside, and it looked like you had a couple words. What does he mean to you as a player, and sort of also here being in Memphis and having the job?
Penny is one of my favorite players growing up. I idolized Michael Jordan, but I wanted to be like Penny. I just didn't think I could get to Michael Jordan's heights. Penny was that, that point forward that I kind of, resembled. Wanted to be kind of flashy and be able to handle the ball at that size and be able to post up smaller guards at that size. And I think it's great for the city that he's back here, along with my very, very dear good friend Mike Miller. Him being a part of that Memphis program. So. It's always great to see someone that you kind of looked up to when you were growing up.
Can that be a game changer, having a guy like that being a part of college basketball like that?
I don't know. I'm the last person to talk about college basketball.
You didn't do blue chips too after Space Jam?
Huh?
Blue chips too after Space Jam?
I don't know. I don't even know who has the rights to that. I have to look into that.
Call Shaq. You find
I know. I got to look into that.
Hey, LeBron, Ingram's been kind of inching his way up the leaderboard in free throw attempts. I think it's up to 21st right now. You've always been up in the top. I just wonder how much of getting to the line is conscious versus it's just a kind of effect of your game.
I think it's effect of your game and how aggressive you're being. How you're able to create angles and things of that nature, keep the defense at bay. I think Bi has been very aggressive lately, getting to the paint, also mixing and matching with his pull-up game. So it's allowed him to get to the free throw line.
LeBron, with 22 games left, do you feel any pressure at all as the games dwindle down?
Nah, I don't believe in pressure.
But what are your thoughts on the idea of the NBA is talking with the associations about having kids coming to high school playing basketball again, going to college just for the benefit because you're one of the guys that did it successfully.
I ain't one of the guys that did it successfully, and you have some guys that's been unsuccessful. But if you look at our rap sheet, you look at myself, you look at Kobe, you look at KG, Tracy McGrady, Dwight Howard, in his heyday, obviously. You look at a couple more guys. We've been very successful as well with that rate. Us coming straight out of high school. So I think it's a conversation that can be had. And if we decide to do it, I think the kids will have to come in and be ready to play against going to college for 1 year. So we'll see.
Do you think the league's in a better position to develop those guys who maybe aren't quite as ready just because of
I think our G League is in a better position than it was years ago. Having that farm system, it definitely helps out a lot.
What has Reggie Bullock brought to the team since he's joined the last year?
A sniper that we love to have a part of our team. A guy who's going to play, as hard as he can defensively. Guard whoever he needs to guard. They take the best matchup on the opposing team, as he did in James Harden the other night. As he did, the other night with Drew Holiday. He would take, he would do that. That's great to have.
How much do you have to guard against looking past the struggling Grizzlies team tonight?
Nah, we struggle. we can't be looking past nobody. We struggling too, so we don't have the privilege of looking past anybody.
You have a shoot around after a loss like New Orleans. What are you guys trying to get accomplished?
Locking in
Memphis, what we got to do to win. So there's, our best way of getting to where we want to go is, like I've said, staying in the day-to-day, staying in what we can do better, and specifically on a game day against that team. Matchups, defensive coverages, really understanding what we need to execute to win tonight.
How important is the film session to everything you guys are trying to do, telling them, so now you can show it to them?
Well, because of lack of practice time, then you're always trying to learn and get better. So we're using film. We will be using film more down this final stretch. Doing teaching in there, things like that. But most of it's going to come from from the way we execute when we're on the floor.
Do you have any idea when you could expect to have Lonzo back?
Nope. They haven't given me a date. They just said they're working with him and they'll let me know.
What's your communication like with him? I mean, is it daily? Is it?
No, but I like staying. Staying in communication with the guys. So I check in with him. Just make sure, see how he's doing. Ask about whatever, where his mind's at and those type of things. But we don't speak daily. No.
Have you seen any of LeBron commented after the New Orleans game that unless you've made the playoffs before or fought to make the playoffs before, how can you really know what's at stake to go through it? Do you have any opinion on obviously four of your core guys are in that boat, and how that lack of experience could affect them in these final 23 games?
No, I mean it's experience is the best way to learn. So it is new, for some of the guys, but I expect us for the majority of this time to play with the urgency and the will that it takes. But yeah, it's definitely something as a group, being a new team together and relying on a lot of young players. That's new. So we're learning. Like I said, we won't be perfect, but we'll continue to come out and get better, and then we'll see if we can't make some noise down the stretch.
Seeing San Antonio lose to the Knicks, is that a reminder of you guys aren't the only one in this league that can get upset?
Yeah, I mean Boston lost to Chicago too. I mean it happens. I feel like normally it's a bigger deal when we lose, but it's it's the NBA. This is pro sports. Everybody in this league is really good, which means on any given night any team can beat anyone. Now we haven't put ourselves in the best position, but we're in a position to make a playoff run, and that's all you can ask for, that opportunity. And with the players we have, I have all the belief that we can get that done.
Who said after the game that he kind of feels like the pattern has been you guys have a big win, and then the next time, maybe against an opponent who's not quite as on paper intimidating, you let down? I mean, from your view, do you see that as sort of coasting off the win? Do you see that as maybe not taking the opponent seriously? What's sort of the?
You going on the way back?
No, I think it's there's probably a little bit of everything. I think part of our letdowns happen when other teams' star player doesn't play. Part of it is for us, we travel across the country. We haven't been good at that all season. Part of it, we had a big win. So those are all things that come with time and experience, and that's part of the path we're on. It's a tough loss for us. We talk about the things we're trying to build on from the second half of the Houston game, including making free throws, trying to do a better job of things that we can control. Turnovers, we had 23 turnovers, and I think they had 15 or 16 extra shot attempts than we did. And then our defense. Defense is, we're not, until we get back to doing that consistently, it's going to be that much more challenging for us. So the things that we've been preaching and the things we need to get done, we didn't do a good job of tonight.
You said you expected them to bring a lot of effort with Anthony Davis out. Teams that tend to rally in those situations. Did you feel like you were able to match that? And if not, then why not?
No, I think we started the game scoring the ball. They were scoring the ball, and we kind of just fell into that trap. And that team, they play fast, and between Peyton and Holiday, they get after ball handlers. And once we've
we've suffered from games like that in the past where we let teams get into a rhythm early, and then it's tough to get stops as the game goes on. And they scored 42 in the first quarter and didn't really feel us defensively at all. As far as finding the energy, I think for us it starts with starting the game with much better energy.
Luke, you kind of warned of this after the game on Thursday about needing to keep your foot on the pedal, and you've obviously had situations like this throughout the year. Has there been a theme to these letdown games, and is there something about the team's mentality coming into it?
No, I mean the themes are similar to what we talk about all the time. It's turnovers, it's making free throws, it's being the aggressor on defense, and that's when we struggle. Those are kind of a common themes throughout. But we got to keep our head up and go to Memphis and try to get one in Memphis. So that's just where we're at as a group. We gotta be better.
When you're this late in the season and you have this sort of effort in all those areas, how disappointing is that to see that happen? You've got now 23 games left, and you're still kind of going through these, as he's saying, different teams are just not getting it done.
Well, we're all frustrated. We came in to try to, we want to win this game. We know how important it is for us, but that's why we try to preach all the time. It's not important to put our goals 23 games from now, because the way you win each and every game is to focus on what we're doing tonight. Are we taking care of the ball? Are we focused, locked in at the line when we get there to knock it down? Defensively, are we talking and making our coverages and our rotations and then making multiple efforts out? The things that we did in the second half of that Houston game, and that we did to become a top 10 defensive team for a lot of this season. So that's where our focus and energy needs to be. Unfortunately, tonight we didn't get enough of that.
When Holiday got it going, did you feel like there was proper recognition on your guys' part in terms of the hard closeouts and really contesting him when he got into his rhythm?
Well, he hit some tough ones. I'll go back and watch the tape and see. I thought we could have done a better job of either challenging or blitzing some of those. But they were putting shooters all around him out there, and we were having a tough time containing Julius or Diallo. But that's something I'll go back and watch on the tape.
Luke, do you think the trade was any of that stuff now before the deadline had any effect on the game?
I don't think, but that's not a question for me to answer.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Luke.